Hey y'all, it's Ashley Camille at Fifth House Bloom. This message is for the cardinal signs. Cardinal signs for the week of June 10th through June 16th. This is general guidance, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. At this time, I'd like to welcome forth the power and the presence of the elevated guides who can assist me in delivering this message for the cardinal signs. I ask that you open up our ears so that we hear the truth of liberation. I ask that you open up our minds so that we may bloom. I ask that you open up our hearts so that we may embrace our divinity. I ask for assistance in delivering this message with clarity, empathy, and ease. I give thanks. How are you doing? All right. We have joy. We have serenity. We have tenderness. Oh, how lovely. How lovely. This is beautiful energy. This is a opening up. This is a lightness. This is a vulnerability of serenity. I'm sorry, of reciprocity. And while this is all wonderful, what I'm really feeling is, what will it take to get us there? What will it take for us to be able to embrace this level of vulnerability where we can let our guards down and essentially surrender to this type of joy and this type of sweetness? Because what it is feeling like is a bit of a hesitancy. And I'm pointing to this soldier with the armor, and this soldier who had to learn, who was literally trained to protect themselves from any sort of harm, from anything kind of reaching the interior, right? And so we're breaking that down for a new type of, I don't want to use the word armoring, cloaking, right? A new type of cloaking that allows us to feel, to literally, in this sense, like to feel the air on your skin, to be present in joy and delight, right? To be free, and your sense of mobility. I see and feel that here. So coming through, go ahead. The sun is coming through quite literally in your ability to move. And so that might be connected to your vitality, and that might be connected to your health, either following up on something that has come up or making it a priority to, take actions and to take steps to increase your vitality. For all of us, or overall, there is a message about, it just came through as restriction. What is restriction? Restricting your ability to move freely and freedom being your key words. Okay. Should I keep going or get more insight? What is too heavy? What is too restrictive? What is too limiting? What is too not deep, right? But what is the imagery? It is kind of like what is weighing you down, or what is, and in this case, potentially like bringing you further down. Right now, we want to do the things that are removing whatever this restriction is, to start to gradually remove these blocks, these barriers, this hindrance to this freedom that we are seeking. Okay, let me get some more. I get more information on where this might be showing up for us or how. Where can we lighten our load? You got the curiosity of Earth, which is the Page of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. We got the Seeker, which is the Hermit. And then Eight of Fire, which is Eight of Wands in the traditional tarot. Let me show you the cards and give me a second. Clarify, please. Something about the way that we are handling responsibility and a lack of balance or a lack of balance in having those kind of activities, those people, those experiences that make us feel alive. There feels like there is an urgency in the responsibility aspect, the doing aspect, right? This feels like more of a doing rather than being energy. And so there is a lot of busyness. There is a lot of activeness. There is a lot of intentionally not engaging in certain activities because maybe they feel like maybe it's feeling like a waste of time. Maybe you literally do not have the time for this because you are focused on other things, right? Like you are focused on like whatever the work of it is. It could literally be work. It could literally be your job. It might be a particular project you are working on. Whatever it may be, it just feels like, and I'm sorry, Two of Water came out, which is Two of Cups in the traditional tarot. Let me show you the other side. It feels like out of balance. It feels like out of balance for the things that fill you up, for the being around the people that fill you up, doing the things that fill you up, not engaging in enough things that bring you joy and bring you peace, right? And so even with this energy of, give me a second. Because what's coming through is like a reminder or remember what it is that you are working for, what it is that you are trying to move towards, right? And how much of those things are available to you now. And really starting to incorporate more of these things back into it will actually give you more energy and more guidance and more of an ability to get this work done. Okay. And so it seems almost counterintuitive, right? It's like almost like, again, I'm using the word work, but I mean where your effort is going. I mean where your energy is being put into, like the concentration of that. And it feels like you are working towards that to get to a certain outcome, to bring certain things in there, right? Like maybe it's like, I want to, if it is a job, since I'm saying work, I'm working more so that I have more money, so that I have more freedom to travel, right? And this is saying to go ahead and incorporate that what you want to experience with travel more into your day to day. And so being realistic, it might not be an international trip, right? But you can take a road trip, or maybe you could take a road trip, or either like do a staycation, right? Like there is a energy that you are to be connecting to for the thing that you desire. And when you connect to that, it allows you to fuel yourself, and it allows you to be more present in the work that you are doing. Did it make sense? Right? So you aren't cutting yourself off from the different versions or the different energies of this thing that you desire, because the way that you are currently in the work is moving away from what it is intended to bring to you. Okay? We are trying to live into this now. We are trying to make this available now. You are shifting into your work, your effort. I gotta find a different word than work. Your effort, the concentration of your effort, the concentration of your resource, always being in a method, always being in a style, always being embodiment of a freer version of you, right? And that, I'm sorry, y'all. That does not require you to have a particular theme, but that does require you to be in a certain type of energy, okay? And so we're not cutting ourselves off of those experiences. In fact, you're seeking more ways to incorporate it, to bring more balance into this, into the way that you're working. We have the Seven of Earth. Which is the Seven of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. Generosity of Water. The Queen of Cups in the traditional tarot. Then Six of Earth, Six of Pentacles with the Witch, which is the High Priestess. Yeah, what I just heard was coming into a new relationship with the way that you labor, the way that you work. Give me a second, because what is... Okay. It's a energy of reciprocity, of you being able to reap what you sow. And so for some, this is finding ways to bring more fulfillment, or to focus on fulfillment in the way that you exert your effort, in what you are exerting your effort from. I'm actually sad that I'm hesitating in the way that I deliver this message, because, you know, the way that this society is set up and the way that we work is this idea that, you know, your job is just your job, or you're not there to enjoy it. And, you know, that's true. In the sense that, like, you were there in exchange for money, and you were giving your time for money so that you can live and then do the things that you want to do. But it makes me sad, because I will speak for myself, that I'm so jaded to believe that it's ridiculous almost to an extent to say that you should love what you do, that you should feel good when you go in to where you work. And again, I'm not just talking about a job. I'm talking about the exertion of our energy in order to get something done. You could think of it as our roles, right? So like if a stay-at-home parent, like the work that they do is around the home, is around raising the children, okay? And so this is asking us to look at the ways that we work. What are we working for? And is it bringing us fulfillment? And if not, what actions do we need to take in order to bring more of that into it? And it being something that is important. It being something that is that you need to consider. Give me a second. Back to that. Part of this urgency is a bit of a distraction, right? It's a bit of a, like if I stop moving, then I have to face the reality of it all. Or if I actually think about that, like you're trying to like both distract yourself on one end, and then on the other end, it's like, no, I just got to get it. I just got to meet this goal because like once this is done, like then it'll be better, right? And you need to slow down and reconnect with yourself, reconnect to what you are feeling, and give yourself, like, let this come through. Allow yourself to experience that disappointment, because those will be the places, those will be the points where you have to make those shifts. So that is information for you to evaluate. All right, this is the first thing that I need to change, because this is feeling like incremental. This is feeling like building blocks. This is feeling like small shifts leading up to bigger things and kind of like measured actions versus a burn it all to the ground. Okay. The first thing that is required is that honesty and that presence in order to make that shift. And what it does now, it also feels like it's all here for you to do it. It's all here for you to do it. Part of it is simply just breaking the habit. It's interrupting the cycle. It's interrupting the actions that you're so used to taking that, you know, it's made it hard to even imagine that this could be done any other way. But I love coming back to this curiosity of Earth is like bringing in some play, bringing in some experimentation to the way that you work. It is, you know, it's all here. We have a Hanged One in Death, and then another Curiosity card, Curiosity of Fire, which is the Page of Wands. Look at that. There is some risk involved. Some this might result in an end, or an end needs to happen. But it's certainly a changing of perspective, a shifting of action, a change in the way things are done, right? Don't be afraid of the risk. Don't be afraid of the risk, because it's worth it. Don't be afraid to do something differently than you have done before. Don't be afraid to do something that someone else hasn't done before, right? Put yourself out there. And particularly for some of you, it feels like there is an idea, there is something that you want to bring forth, and the way that you are currently exerting your energy or putting your energy into is keeping you from what could possibly be, right? And so it might require you to let something die to end it in order for you to shift that energy, to shift that resource to something else. Again, we like to be real around here, right? And so What that might mean, let's say that, maybe you have a business idea, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to work for yourself. That might be the stacking up of your coins. That might be the how much do I need in order to make my time free, to make my, my space available in order for me to really put my effort into what will fulfill me, to put my effort into what will align with my serenity, with my joy. Okay. I don't know if I finished what I was saying, but that might mean like in the meantime, I'm stacking up my coins in order to do this. I am moving to a cheaper place in order to, shift around where my money is going, whatever it may be, or however this may look for you. But it's possible, because this feels like it's burning down to me. Not quite tower energy, but look at that. A little bit mischievous, a little bit like, yeah, I did that. Sometimes you gotta burn some shit down. And you be the one. But you can do this again in a way where it's measured risk. Can you make yourself comfortable? Can you make yourself comfortable in order to invest your effort, your work into what will fulfill you? Okay. I'm hearing a reminder. Don't forget that you are your greatest resource. So again, that might literally be your care. That might just be dealing with the way that you are making your decisions. There might be some guilt about what you want to do. For some of you, this is happening with other, and there does have to be some consideration. When you are in partnership, whether this be romantic, whether this be a business, whether this just kind of be the contract of the matter or whatever, discuss openly, planning together, supporting one another, being open to the support, giving the support, coming in compassion and understanding that there might be some fear associated with how this changes for the other person, place, or thing. Like this is a dramatic or drastic change. And so just making sure that it is done collaboratively, because that's going to be a huge source of support for you and this work. Okay. Involve whoever needs to be involved. You just don't toss this on them. Okay. Handle that with care. It's big partnership energy, collaborate and beneficial, right? And beneficial. So make sure that is cared for and handled in a way that will allow you to maintain the supportiveness of this connection, of this partnership. Keeping them involved, asking for that input, using that knowledge and that resource, making sure that they have what they need, figuring out and renegotiating, like you all might be, if this is, a person that we're talking about, a relationship, you all might be used to doing things a certain way. How is that now going to shift as you are trying to reconcentrate or rearrange the way that your effort goes? What is the thing that is being built with you all together? What is the commitment that was made as a unit? And then renegotiate that to be able to incorporate what you all both need in order for this to for you all to start moving towards this new vision. Interesting. And just a note about timing and timeline is something that takes, this is something that like will take a while. So keeping that into consideration, planning for that, considering that, what that means as far as what you need, what that means is like how much time you can put towards it, because this is new energy, right? It's going to take a little bit of navigating, a little learning before it like really pops off. And that's not to discourage, that's just to be real as you are figuring this out, okay? But like it's supportive energy, right? It's supportive energy of being able to take that risk and to shift the way that you are efforting into a way that feels fulfilling to you. All right, I return